So I'm in Thailand in a rainstorm, so you might hear some pitter pattering. And also it's nighttime and loads of insects have decided to come out because I've got a light shining on me, a bright light. So you might see no dogs, but insects instead. And I have a pink elephant cup. There's a little tail. My friend gave it to me. Very cute, she made it. Mika. So everything is always known. Everything is always happening in knowing. But there's nobody knowing it. So it doesn't require a thought to know something. Before here, I used to think that I had to think about something to know something. I had to intellectually register something in order to know it. But everything is being known beyond the mind. Everything is happening in knowing. It's always been happening like that, and then a thought pops up and says, ah yes, I understand that, or I don't understand that, or yes, that's a very intelligent comment, whatever it says. But that's the veil. That's the veil of self. It's never the mind that knows anything. The mind is just thoughts. So here in this situation, there's computer, there's moth, there's light, and all of it is in knowingness. There wasn't a somebody that needed to know it. It's just happening in knowingness. The darkness, the incense smell, it's all being known. It doesn't require the mind or thinking to happen in order for knowing to happen. It doesn't require that somebody who says they're knowing, they understand. We got a doggy! Hello, happy doggy. Come. Come, happy doggy. Come on. Come on, happy doggy. Hello. We got a doggy. Hello, happy doggy. Happy doggies come to join in. So happy dog knows, but not as a somebody. There is knowing happening there. So let's look. There's a hearing, there's smelling, there's panting, there's wagging. I'm not sure if you can see wagging. There's perception of bug, knowing of bug. And nobody needs to interpret that or knows it. Everything's just happening in knowing, in perceiving. And freedom is going back to that knowing, but without that somebody who thinks he knows, or thinks she knows, thinks she understands. Thoughts can still happen, but there's no longer the belief that you are the thoughts and that they are true. And that belief is energetical, it's a contraction. This is true, this is right, these thoughts are me. I am somebody that knows something, that understands something. Freedom is absolute unknowingness. Life happening, life being known, but known by nobody. Absolute freefall. And here it might sound like Lisa knows something, but speaking is happening in freefall. Out it comes. There's nobody in here going, yes, I know this is definitely right. There's just speaking happening. Just looking, just watching, just perceiving happening. Always. Suffering is when that voice comes up and says, I am these thoughts, I am a story that exists in space and time, and I know lots of things and they're definitely right. How do we know anything's right? Who is that one, that voice, that says things are right or wrong? Who is that voice that says it definitely knows something? A thought? Would you cut your wrists for thoughts? Ah yes, they're 100% true. There's nothing wrong with opinions being spoken, like with not opinions but words being spoken, and conviction in those words. But as soon as somebody believes they are those words, those ideas, there is suffering. The only thing that's ever known is perceiving, is the experiencing of this. The sounds, the sights, the heat on the skin. All that's known is perception, is experiencing this, just this. That's all that's ever known. Everything else is a thought or imagination that kind of happens somewhere around here. And when those thoughts and imaginations are taken to be who you are, then there's conflict and suffering, because suddenly you've become a something. Knowing, perceiving, experiencing is empty. It contains nothing. It's no thing in which you are. If you are just experiencing, there is no thing in which you are. Yet everything arises in you, but no thing to which you are. When it's taken that the thoughts are who you are, then there's always conflict. There's always a somebody that's got to live up to those thoughts, those imaginations, those ideas. Freedom is absolute not knowingness. The beauty of knowing nothing, with everything appearing in it. For God knows what reason, God knows how, God knows why, but it's irrelevant anymore. Questions only appear to a somebody. And as soon as this is put into words, it fails. This isn't about the intellectual understanding of what's being said here. It's the resonance. There is something happening beyond the intellectual concepts. It's made of magic or wonder and belongs to no one. Huh? Just this earring. Simplicity of being with nothing. Just this. Just experiencing. See, happy dog knows this. Look. Hello, happy dog. Hello. Hello, happy dog. That's two dog. I wonder if this bug will come on my hand. It's beautiful. Here he comes.